How's it going, guys? My name is Bigsuga, and today this is going to be the first video in a new series about in-depth boss battles. Now, the point of this series is going to be analyzing attack patterns, strategies, basically all the information you need to know in order to defeat that boss that is giving you absolute loads of trouble. Because we all know we had those certain bosses where, depending on how they were fighting, etc., or possible multiple enemies in a boss fight, it was difficult. For example, I never really had much issue with Ornstein and Smo in the first game, but Artorias, I could not beat that guy for the life of me. So anyways, naturally we're going to start off with the last giant, pardon me. This guy is very similar to the Iron Golem fight in Dark Souls and the Tower Knight fight in Demon Souls. He's very tall, slow, powerful attacks, and you're gonna want to rely on dodging to beat this guy. So now, as you're gonna notice in a minute, you can lock onto both of his legs and his torso. And for a fight like this, you're gonna want to assume something called the standard giant crotch position, where you're gonna want to be in between their legs, around their legs, hitting their legs. The last giant's attacks are mainly in front of him, and the only defense he has against you being around his legs is to do that attack that just happened right there, where he sweeps sort of his hand behind, or he stomps his feet. So that's one of his attack patterns. He also has another attack pattern where he sweeps out more slowly, but in front of him, right here. There you go. And you would be safe from that attack if you were at his feet. Now, he also stomps his feet as well if you're right next to them, and those do have a radius where they will hurt you and knock you down, so you're going to want to have to watch out for that. Make sure to not use all of your stamina. I know that you might think I can get an extra hit in, it'll be great, but if you're out of stamina, you're going to have to sit there, wait to reload the stamina, and it's not going to be a really good time. So there we go, he just stomped his feet. How that happens, you can go back in. And if you see him sort of do the wind-up attack to one of his sides, then he'll sweep around. Now, halfway through the fight, he rips out his left arm and uses it as a club. This isn't that big of a deal, because as long as you stay around his legs, you should be able to deal with him pretty effectively. Now, when he does swing at you, and if you are in front of him like I am right here, in a long sweeping attack like that, you're going to want to roll into the attack to minimize the amount of time that your body and whatever is swinging to hit you will be next to each other. Now, that's also another attack pattern he has right there with stomping, where he will stomp 3 times in a row, and that's basically it. As you can see, that was my first time defeating the last giant, so go ahead and make sure to like, subscribe, comment if this helped you beat the last giant. I would really appreciate some feedback, and I'll see you next time for the Pursuer.